on, guys? We have invaded the Big Girls podcast today.
Nina kidney mbili zinafanya kazi, sitaki kuziuza. Asanti.
Broke women are more expensive than the ones who have money.
Nimesikia kama umesema content creator for makeup.
Get ready with me.
2024 ni solo dates.
I'm not here to like curate your IG feed.
You're not a social media manager. Broke men shouldn't even cheat. Amesema na struggle. Do you know how me kwanza saa hii na hii economy ati amekupenda na wewe ni maskini haki ya nani? You're not even allowed to cheat. So me at that time see mimi nimeamua nikae na yeye whoopty. Things ended up like that, and I remember kapataka office bay. So office bay was taking shoes. Office bay was doing flowers. Office bay was taking lunch to her at lunchtime. Bobby tu ako tu akinipe time. Please believe me, naanza YouTube. Walai nipe tu chance. Walai tutako wakubwa. Naanza YouTube. And eventually that's the guy who ended up with the babe, because yeye alikuwa naona her friends wanafanywa vitu with the mans, but mans wasn't able to do those things for her that particular time. So she ends up being with the guy. Lakini jana ni nani? Sent from heaven. Naye come. So she called me later on and she was like, you know what? I'm sorry. Singesikiza pressure za ase. Juenye ataka ulikuwa umesota, ulikuwa mloyal. No mwenye alikuwa na do, alikuwa ananicheza. You get. So at times also it's the group. It's that ka friend group, because now you guys won't believe what my man has done for me. Tena ukumbuke tuko kwa hii uwanja na wababas. Hawa watu alipi school fees.
Wameharibu stuff. Alipi school fees. Ni diani wanapeleka.
Ajaipelekana bibi zao Valentines. It's tough out here for the young boy child. So I think that's why also it becomes so hard to please women, because now guys want to do excess. And then social media just brought about the thing of everybody wants to flaunt. Kuna gari, kila mtu anataka aonyeshe gari yake. Ama ulienda fine day na ribbon, ile surprise
guys, we did it, you know.
So
thanks for the support, kuneka boa hapo alafu, you know. All in all, for both guys and chicks, if you're taking someone on a date, the best way to go about it ni, if you're going to a new place, go to a place where if the date backfires, bado umeenjoy kwa your place. You know, like you'll still enjoy that. You know what, like nimeenda Hemingways, sijaikuwa hapo. Date ikuenda vizuri, lakini nimekunywa chai ya Hemingways kwani? You know, so
nimeenda first date Hemingways.
Hapana, nasema si kuna msemo mwenye anaweza pelekana huko uone na first date wapi?
Pesa ya campaign ni tofauti.
Pesa ya campaign ni tofauti.
Then ukishaelectiwa tuna adjust the economic times. You saw it even with William.
Yeah.
You adjust to the
utapelekana wapi first dates?
Mimi watu wanajua. Mtu ananiona tu hapa anajua hajaenda Hemingways. Na endi. Campaign
no, so not anytime soon.
Je, utaenda wapi first date?
So I base it on the cuisine that the babe likes. So it's not really about like the place, like what does she like to eat. So she likes Indian food. You'll find a nice Indian joint.
Sushi.
If she's what to sushi. It depends on who.
Kuna nini iko huko? Indian.
Juu kuna skating.
At least na
both activity dates.
Mimi kusema.
And they're fun.
Sitaki kusema juu wanaweza kaivi wakapiga notes wakaona ni similar. He took you there. Even me. So acha tu ibaki penye iko.
But I prefer activity dates.
Activity dates are lit.
I prefer activity like where your restaurant kukaa chini, it can Sindio? Activity that's going to I feel like that's better. And
the usual to bowling, mini golf.
The forest to co-creator stuff.
zip lining.
Oh, okay.
No, I said it.
I'm trying to think.
I think even those bowling things have become a bit monotonous.
Okay. Labda umeenda date mob. Labda umeenda
So
date
what
mob
new
bowling.
activity would you do?
For me, see, we just continue because me, my dating is
A bit tricky. Yeah, same. Now we've been given up another question. What investments do you have in place? Tunaweza jibu kweli ama ni what investments do you feel like young men should have? Should have. What we have. Can't show all your cards.
Kerry is watching.
True.
Investments.
I remember kitambo kidogo when we used to shoot for your nini, and the fact that hata you're younger than me, in terms of, and we used to talk, nilikuwa nasikia unasema vitu zingine, nasema umse amejipanga. Like wakubwa has always been that mtu umse amejipanga. Lakini anakonga kutoka na mama self-help books vale. But now always since nimjue, he's always been that type of person, and I feel like this year also me, I now jumped into those ventures. And one thing is I learned about what people call, so like sai, so I'm Luo Kikuyu, but right now I think I'm in my Kikuyu side sana. Where I'm in my Kikuyu, I've been in my Luo era where it's vibes. Na niko na hiyo imetuingisha rock bottom. So acha ni switch because I'm allowed. But I've learned about small money. What people call small money. What, kuna mtu ana make 1,000 a day, or kuna mtu ana make 500 a day, but anaifanya na consistency, and they are sorted. But then there are people who are chasing bigger bags, and it's not, that ripple effect isn't happening. And this one person is doing these things and I make a chain reaction. So when this gets a lot of money, he's already invested in the next. Also being a full-time content creator, one thing you may learn is you have to have an emergency fund.
True.
For a rainy day. Because when you're
economy.
When you're always you have campaigns, brands are with you, like God has been good. By the time securing Coca-Cola, Gordon's, there was that. But then I was always okay with the fact that brands in Alipa. But I never had an emergency fund. So that's also another thing that I learned. And also not living in the moment. When you're making this money, make sure you also reinvest in it. Yes, save a bit for the kidogo, usijinyime. Save a bit for yourself. And then the other just to rusha yote. Because also, a thing that I've learned, I started doing YouTube. I joined content creation in 2017. This is almost my 7th year. There are new cuts coming about.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be someone who's ready to come and replace you. So if you don't have a plan, a retirement plan in terms of content creation, you'll just find out that at the end of the day, sorry to say this, but when utakuwa Nairobi Gossip, till manze umse ayuko poa. Kwa sababu you didn't plan ahead. So have those two small investments. That's what I'm doing currently. Like having small businesses that are giving me daily income that I can just put aside and nisiguse. Hiyo inaenda ikijaja, we open something else. So that's what I'd tell anyone.
Acha nichukue next. Hapa sijui wa clip weke motivational audio.
Music team.
Waki edit. Ndio hiyo sasa. There we go. The best investment one can make is in themselves. That's what I always say. That's what I always tell my friends all the time. Make an investment in yourself. Once you make an investment in yourself, everything else follows. If it's the friends, if it's the money, if it's the opportunity, once you create value in yourself, so learn skills, vitu zenye saizi na make money, like content creation, digital marketing, in tech, maybe coding, but tech has like a really, so the field is big, so there's a lot to it. But if you invest in yourself, mazi hauta, you won't go wrong. And I think it's also something that I learned, siati nilikuanga hivi kitambo, nilikuanga first heartbreak, ndo unajua heartbreak inafanyanga una shika laini. So that's, I think,
yeah. Niliona
uliona nilikuanga tu vibes then heartbreak ikakam nikasema hapa nilishtuka. Nilikuwa najua ni my wife, but story for another day. Tuko pamoja. Yeah, but if you invest in yourself, not just for guys but also just for ladies, that investment is where, that's one of the investments where, number one, you'll never go wrong. Number two, to finance, ROI is very high. Return on investment is very high. So as a guy, if you invest in yourself, you learn, you save, go to the gym, work on your body, all those things, you realize you look at life way differently than how it was before. So that's number one. Number two, always save for a rainy day. That's why I'm always like, usingangane kufurahisha wasee, and you don't have, like say ukaambua, sijui this happened, you need like even 1,500, unashinda kutoa. But wetu ndo pale Gemini unakuanga bobu nataka nini, shika dorime, everything, you know, like you can't be that type of a guy, so you need to think about that. Then number three, I think it's the people you hang around. Yeah, your circle. Most of the people I hang out with are older than me, so when you chill with them, unasikia mtu anakuambia, yeah, you know, by then nilienda nikabae sijui shamba wapi huko. Hey, you're like, okay. So there are certain things that now come to your mind because you're chilling with people above you. It's always a good thing. Just like when you're running or you're doing like when you're in the gym and you're working out with different people, there's always that thing when you're working out in parks. Inafanyanga unakuwa zile za, hey, mimi amwezi niacha nyuma. So you have to like pull up your socks and do better, you know. So that's how I'd answer that question. Yeah, end of motivational.
I think even just to build up on that, it's that self aspect, like read a book or consume knowledge however it is that you consume it best. If it's podcast, if it's a book, if it's whatever, figure out what you need to do. I think passion is overrated. Go get your money first, then you can enjoy your passions at a more comfortable space. I made that mistake early on. I've been in this space as well. I've had a show called Legacy. I was interviewing a bunch of business people and whatnot, and I got like a lot of really good answers and to figure things out. But guess what? It was costing me money. You had to book this space, you have to do these things and do all this stuff. So I realized it's also draining resources elsewhere. So it's like I'd rather do this once I'm at a position where I can do this, you know? And by that, it's also having scalable businesses. Before you can invest, you have to have money to invest. So do you have something that's scalable without you needing to be in multiple places at the same time? You know? And another thing Bobby said that's crucial, please do that small money that you get consistently, take it more seriously. Because again, I've also been anyone in entrepreneurship and content creation and all this, you know, there are seasons where you're balling out of control. You're president. Then there's gonna be months that it's dry. Don't even call me. I can't afford to leave my house. So it goes like that. And then, you know, that awareness. One of the worst things to happen to me, it was a blessing at the time, but then you realize it set the wrong principle, is that my first ever paid thing actually happened in this building. I was walking around and there happened to be an audition going on somewhere up here, and I got an ad just because I was waiting for my mom she was in a salon somewhere and I was just doing laps. So, you know, I did the ad. It was like some Coke billboard back in the day, and at 16 years old my first check was 350,000. So but you see, it set like an unrealistic expectation of how money works. Like a casual stroll led to this bag. So you're like, you can do things here and there and whatnot. And then you just end up in this cycle of just looking for such big things. It's like your head is in the cloud, but you need to remember to keep your feet on the ground. So I think there's so many ways to go about it. And like the investment topic is a huge topic. I don't even want to fully we'll be here for 5 hours to get into it. But just before you invest, learn how to make money and keep money. That 10% principle from the Bible still rings true. It's like, if you get 100 bob, please keep 10 bob kando. Pay yourself first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week niko kwa hii building. Labs. Next week niko hapa malab. Itabidi nimemchukua.
Vaa vizuri.
What these two have said. So I'll add on Wakuba's first. So now once you've already built yourself a bit, I guess as young people there are several like financial options you can pick. So I'll take a case example of probably someone who's just joined corporate, probably earning like 150 net. You have options like money market funds which give like amazing returns.
Yeah.
And that's small money you can put in probably every month, 10, and
Yeah.
add onto it as much as you can.
Plus, in case of an emergency, you can also pull it.
Yeah, exactly. You can pull it out. Taking advantage as well, if say you are very futuristic and you knew the dollar was going to hit 167 at some point.
Yeah.
When guys are buying them at 120, that's also something else you can capitalize on. So I guess you just do your research within your budget, and that way you'll be able to, plan your finances a bit better. But also disposable income is very, very important. If you can like have a small business or a small something that just gives you that 2,000, 3,000, every 2-3 hours there's money coming into a pay bill. That's and it's very good for like your bank statement, because you don't want just one income coming in every 24 days, 24 days. When you go get a loan, sometimes you tanyimo. And also join a SACCO. I wish someone told me that much earlier. I should have joined a SACCO immediately I hit 18, because the interest rates are much lower, the flexibility is much better. So yeah, I guess those are kind of the steps I take.
Guys can also comment down below on most of the items we've talked about, investments, where to go, and I think we can end there with feedback to the guys watching this. If you were to talk to your younger self, utamshauri nini Bobby ikifika kwa finances?
My younger self. Hey, my younger self say we lit. Hey, we are lit. Nah, man, we are lit. Hey, nah, but honestly, I'd be like, it actually paid off. Believing and trusting in the process, it actually paid off. I'm not quite where I want to be yet, but I know I'm on the right track. But when it comes to finances, save for a rainy day.
Yeah.
As someone who's kuhitia rock bottom, help is not coming. Usingoje. Hakuna mtu anakam.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing in your boys wakishare their traumatic experiences. Awesali, airudi si tunaanza kucheka.
Ni ukweli. No, it's actually true, because at times, you're gonna hit your lowest.
Yeah.
Like, I won't lie to you. Always kulikuanga na do. Like, honestly, kulikuwa na do. Even when I was doing these things, there was always money. Because if I was not staying with my parents when I moved, started living by myself, there's always money. Just like I'd get 1,000, I'd get. Unajua kuna ile time unaka hivi unasema mama, the weapon formed against me inaanza kuprosper. Inaanza kuprosper. Ile yenye mpaka you're looking at it, you're like, you've been paying rent for like 2-3 years bila shida, and then there's that 1 month enye or 2 months zenye you're like, wow, okay. There will be days like that, but don't be too hard on yourself. Because again, it's just like a period that will go. So just be smart with money. I feel like what I tell my younger self is just be smart with money. Take it seriously. Remember that money is a servant and you're the master, not the other way around. Money isn't your master, Pia. Don't go around ati imekufunga macho where your values, morals, kila kitu. I know people who do people dirty just because of, like most of our friendships za sahi. If you look at it, most of it just people wanakosananga juu ya pesa. So at the end of the day, always just remember that money is a servant. It's meant to serve you. So yeah.
Nice. Jay?
Yeah, I think a lot of the mistakes anything that's happened to do with money and the errors I've made, I can't even blame on anyone else. It's like stuff I've done, and it's like you're aware of it in the moment, but it's like you almost don't care.
Yeah,
You're not really
yeah.
looking at it properly. You're like, okay, this is your last 10K and you're just there. Shots? Like, you know, you just, like there's always what are the statements that it's a good statement, but it finishes
Tumia
as
pesa
ni pesa
ikuzoe.
urudi.
Pesa urudi, tumia pesa ikuzoe. Yeah.
I think saving and don't just save for the sake of saving. Like put it in an account that grows. Bank rates are very low, so please open an investment account. Read up on that. There's things in Stanchart like Shilingi Fund. This is not a paid ad, but like stuff like that is available. But to be honest, I'd put more emphasis in discipline with my social actions, because that's where you end up really blowing
money.
money. Facts.
so yeah, just I'd watch out for that. I'd watch out on my actions when intoxicated. Please put a barrier between you and your money before you start feeling like a millionaire in the wrong situations.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky enough to have a good cash flow, please eliminate rent as an expense as soon as you can.
I was actually going to say that.
Facts.
You don't have to pay rent.
Please remove it. That's burning money. Yeah.
35K would
Yeah.
So much. Yeah. So if you don't have to, if you're ever lucky enough to get a lump sum or save enough and invest enough that you can eliminate rent, because let me tell you, that month or 2 months that you can't pay, that's not a place that you are investing in, that's yours. They'll
Yeah,
kick
you have to
out
leave.
and all the money you have spent there is gone. But if you're paying it to a bank and it's your own place or whatever, so whenever you can, as soon as you can get there, get there.
That's true.
Yeah.
For me, I think this year is I've never had a saving culture ever. For me, if it can't buy a house, we are spending it all.
I've been moving like that.
It's not buying a house, you're spending it.
Yeah.
This year, I want to be very intentional on saving, whether it's for a rainy day or just for the discipline of it. That is my main agenda. I don't think I'm so wasteful, but saving is a culture.
A culture. Yeah. On my end, parting shot is create value in yourself, then the money follows. If you chase money, you'll be frustrated all the time because you're wondering why the big deals aren't coming. But if you offer value, the money will. It'll come, because definitely, money is just an exchange of value. So I think that's it. Then don't go overboard your budget trying to please people. It doesn't really make sense. At the end of the day, no one really cares. You can be excited seeing people writing on your comments, congratulations. After that, congratulations, they've gone to cry about their own lives. So there is barely anything you can do if you're doing things to freshen people out there, But anyway, thanks guys. I think it's been a good episode. Big sisters what to invite Tena. Yeah, we have a couple of tuko na content.
Story
Story ni mob. Also, you guys write down on the comments what you want us to discuss next time we are here, if we are invited. But anyway, you can find our handles on Insta,
_Bobby.Junior,
Wakubwa_Miguel.
J Mwendwa.
Evans Kim Karuma.
Thank you guys. Cheers.